The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a two guard, or even a three-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff, the better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about, the strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Baltimore.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Frazier. 6 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And even with the height disadvantage, he finds a way to convert.
Boy, you got to appreciate how confident he was in that instance. He doesn't allow the taller defender to stop him. He's saying, I'll take you on right now.
The pass to Patton. Smith outside. And the dunk by Smith.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
On the mark with the 15-footer.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Frazier. Here's a 1-2. Over Smith. And El Paso tacks on 2 more.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
To the wing on the left. Here's Patton. Campbell defending.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Stolen. And it's Baltimore on the break. Here's Smith. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks very much, David. They recognize how difficult it is to face an offensive-minded team like this one.
They pose a lot of challenges for sure, mainly because teams have put so much effort into defending them.
Well, I think it's more mental effort than anything else, Greg. It takes great awareness to be effective defensively against them. You can't get lost, and you always have to be in the right position.
Anthony Brown, he's checked in for El Paso. The prodigy comes in for Frazier. Shot clock at 6. El Paso needs to get the shot off here. And Campbell throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Jackson passes to ABC. Here's Patton. He's covered by Brown. Here's Vaughn. And Baltimore hits again from deep. 35 seconds left in the first. Here's the prodigy. Here's Campbell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Baltimore making a switch here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Baltimore.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, I thought too many hard shots. I don't know whether it was a question of strategy or if guys were just unwilling to work for something better.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Baltimore on top, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think here about Baltimore in this one?
I mean, so far that they're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the interior are there, you have got to attack.
Patton's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Jefferson is out there with Campbell. Then there's Brown. Then there's the prodigy. Fades away. It's deflected. And for Baltimore, Jackson is out there with Evans. Then there's the Miracle Man. And it's Patton in at the center position. Now here's Evans. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Over in the corner, Brown. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. Left side, Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. From about 16, they grab their own miss, and Campbell throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
He's so very quick to convert off the miss, and usually with authority.
Campbell grabs the board. For El Paso, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The prodigy passes to Jefferson. Left side, Jackson. The teardrop falls in. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Evans kicks to Vaughn to the paint. Evans passes to Miracle Man. Here's Patton. El Paso grabs the miss. Of course, when you look at point guards now, lots of combo skills, but there aren't as many guys with the pass-first mindset maybe that we've seen in the past.
Right, and it's a great point, Kevin, because increasingly you've got to be able to have guys at all 5 positions who are willing to score, or it certainly enhances your ability to win. If you are a pass-first mindset and really put scoring at a secondary level of importance, you've got to do it at such a high level. And I'm talking about guys like Rajon Rondo, Ricky Rubio, Lonzo Ball. All are men who have such a high degree of passing acumen that they can take a step back scoring-wise and still affect winning.
Great example. Pass to Miracle Man. Back to Jackson. Evans outside. Five on the clock. Shoots. The shot off that time. For El Paso, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Brown uses the glass to finish the layup. And that ties it up. Timeout is called. First of the game for Baltimore.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
And some changes here for El Paso. A one-deuce checked in, and ABC subbed in for the Prodigy. Baltimore shooting has just been outstanding tonight, 56% as a team in this game. From outside the arc, El Paso grabs the miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
For El Paso, they've made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Smith, the pass to Miracle Man. That one falls.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Baltimore shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
.112 left to play here in the half. Here's a one-do. He's coming off a 13-point game again. Good on the shot.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Pass to Smith. And a miss there on the triple.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
44 seconds left here in the second. The general passes to Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Here's El Paso. They're on an 11-3 run. From 13. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's a 6-point El Paso lead. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Baltimore. And this is the first season matchup for them against this El Paso team.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. And so it's the home team with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Checking out El Paso. Kenny?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. ABC really making a difference here.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Campbell. Frazier is out there with Jefferson, and it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. And it's El Paso with the ball. To the middle, just 5 to shoot. Here's Milton. Misses the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Smith. That's his first personal foul.
Frazier outside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jefferson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for El Paso. Pass to Patton. To the inside, Milton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games. When it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes, I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. El Paso leading by 6. A 1-2, kicks to Frazier. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. It's good. Baltimore with the ball. The pass to Patton. Shoots over Campbell, and the shot goes down. Patton's got 6 points.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
So timeout called here, the first for El Paso.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Rashad Vaughn, he's checked in for ABC. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Frazier against Smith. Frazier scanning the floor, and he goes in for the dunk.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Patton. And out of bounds, El Paso will have it. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Baltimore.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Here is Frazier. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. A 1-2, kicks to Frazier. Fades away. And El Paso tacks on 2 more. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in. Patton's got 8 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's a 1-2. Frazier outside. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Baltimore on the break. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Campbell, the pass to Frazier. Knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. Passes to Campbell. The tray. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Baltimore trails by 5. Smith outside. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
To the left side wing. Pass to Frazier. He dishes it to Jefferson. And the pass to Campbell. And nothing is falling for him right now. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And Jefferson with a nice bucket inside. Jefferson's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
Smith kicks to Vaughn. Baltimore needs to get off a shot here. Smith for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. El Paso leads by 1. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for Baltimore, Miracle Man is out there with ABC. And it's Smith. And there's Jackson. To take the lead. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Awundu. Hits the three-point bomb. Awundu's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for El Paso. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Baltimore. Smith outside. Bolden, he's covered by Brown, banked in off the glass.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
And it's good for 2.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Smith for 3. Baltimore with a fresh 24. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the 4th quarter.
Here's Awundu. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Back to Smith. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
That shot misses. And Baltimore going the other way now. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Smith. Baltimore moving that ball around. Pass to ABC. Jackson looking around to tie it up. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Miracle Man, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Timeout called El Paso.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Now here is Smith, and Baltimore hits again from deep.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And it's Baltimore on the break. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
.11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the paint, here's Campbell, and Campbell throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Passes it to Pat. Smith outside. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Intercepted.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
No, nor am I, Greg. There's no question. They're too far behind. Not their best effort, for sure.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Such a clutch move. Could be the deciding factor in how this one plays out.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, they have to be feeling a little bit more comfortable after the free throws add to their lead.
Timeout called El Paso. They're trailing by 7. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
No, I think you're exactly right, Greg. You've got to take any positive you can get. You'd like to see them come together and build something, even if it's in a loss.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Shooting for Baltimore. Shaq Milton. Taking 2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And so it's Frazier. He'll bring it up for El Paso. Launches a three. That shot misses. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul at the line for Baltimore. Smith taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's the prodigy. Frazier outside. Here's York. Misses there. And so it's Baltimore with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.